Hello, everyone. Let's finish the holiday treat, and nothing like waiting until the last minute. Only 18 minutes, so I need to go ahead and take this. I want to make a video by doing so. Do not advise. Make sure you always take that token way before it ends. So I was fortunate. Get a lot of playtime in the last 2 or 3 days, as it was the weekend, and I had a day off. So it's pretty nice to get to the bottom of this earlier, as you saw in part one. And so now we're at 2,700, and I went ahead and used some stars to get to the finish. Didn't quite have enough there, need another day, but go ahead and use these stars, and we'll get to the bottom. We've got some nice goodies in this one. Uh, really happy to see it show up. I think this is only the second time it's been in an event, and it was much easier to reach this time. So we're going to get these final things here. So we're going to get, I believe, 35 shards of the League Patriot. That's going to be nice. And we're going to see what the League Snow Maiden card looks like in our deck. And we're going to be able to finish the Bruiser. So we're going to put him in, try him out, see if he works with Duelist. And we're going to get a couple of shards of the League Lady Frost. Now, since the last video, I actually have created a couple of the Snow Maiden to get her to give me a discount on things. Seems to be doing very well. I am very much enjoying that card. Highly advise, if you see Snow Maiden, to try to grab her, especially her or Lady Frost for that matter. They're both great. Make sure you definitely have one of them. Once again, you can see level 5. You're going to get +2 for the Lady Frost, the regular version. And with Snow Maiden, only one count, level 66, 31%. And that has been great for the PvP arena for the single rounds. It almost seems like it made things 60 levels easier, just at the 31%. So I can only imagine getting that higher, how much better that is going to be. And so before I mess up and forget to hit my button, we're going to go ahead and hit the spin the wheel. What do we want? We've got the two big hitters. They have the check mark on here, the amplifiers. Silver's always great. Christmas trees, you can have 40 of those, so hopefully we'll get a couple more shards of that. And runes are always great. Don't know how much it seems to matter about what you actually put it on, as far as getting it several times, but it does seem like if you put it on here the first time, if you've got 1,000 spins, it's pretty much a guarantee. I usually save my spins up. Don't know exactly how many it would be in the chance matter, but I think for this one, let's just go ahead and put on the Christmas tree, since it is still the holiday event. And let's see what we get. And there we go. Definitely enough for a Christmas tree. And good amount of silver too. That's a nice jump. And we'll be able to level up our new heroes with over almost 300 there. So we're going to go ahead and take that. And while I was waiting for that to happen, I realized that my math is amazing. I do need to actually add another spin here to finish the event. So now I think we can finish it. We're still on the Christmas tree, and it did say ×5 before, correct? Now it says ×1. Am I only one noticing that, or is it in here twice? Huh, that's cool. There we go. We'll put it back on the ×5. Why not? Spin again. And there we go. So we have 2 more Christmas trees, and I think the number's a little smaller there, but you know, we'll take it. And now we have the full collection here that we can take. Lots of reds there. Love that. And there's our beautiful red card. 35 here for the Patriot. 35 here for the Lady Frost. We have a full squink we can create now. And we can finish that Bruiser. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish that Bruiser first of all. Wanted to see if he works with the Duelist. And we're going to have a lot of scrolling to do here now. And where would he be? Right there. Okay, so unleveled, pretty low. Let's see if we can put him on our ship. And there he is at the bottom left, and that's in the green area, so it looks like it did kick the duelist out. And he does swap out, so we'll see if that gets changed in a future patch, but as of now, if you don't have the duelist leveled up, you can go that route to get that. Now, the one card I do want to see is the gear, and we now have that red gear in place. For those who haven't messed with gears too much, basically the stars get a bit confusing after you evolve. Say this epic card has so many stars in it. When it comes to gears, just look at the border color or the little purple emblem in the top left, and know that that means it's going to be a perp or a 4-star card. So even if you evolve it, you can still use these gears to evolve those. Same thing with the yellows, reds, but more importantly, if you have say a purple card, don't use a yellow to get that gear. Basically, try to match it to the same one. Now, level 3, when you're a beginner and you're playing, by all means, use up those level 3, even the level 4s. Those come and go. These come in the shop, the purple ones. Think a good bit about your yellows and reds, though. The yellow ones, they're pretty hard to come by. I think you get 3 of those when you're leveling. You can get them in some events. The red ones, like I said, I think this is the only second time I've seen one in an event. They're really hard to come by. You can, of course, buy them in the shop, but they're a little hard to find. So if you can find a way to get those, definitely do. Try to save these gears. What I mean by saving them, try to get the league version of something. Think about what you really want to use before you just end up firing away on those. And I've played a bit with this new missile launcher. I have 4 of these I can craft, so I can actually max this. And it has become a rather powerful tower. So if you don't have the missile launcher, you see that in the next event, try to get that. It does seem to be a very useful tower. And I'm now debating if I want to max that count or go ahead and make a second and move over to the League Foil version. If I use those 4 counts that I'm maxing that, I think I could almost have 3 if I end up using all of my shards. So I may move, but it's been a fun tower. The Flying Crusher has been pretty fun too, just trying that out. I'm going to release a video shortly after this of my first 5 mythics. If you're foil versions, if you're thinking about what you're going to go after, we'll get a video on that. But these are my first 5, just to give you an idea. And I think there's some pretty good choices. They've been some good towers for sure. One thing I did notice, if you don't feed, I highly suggest you feed. I just like collecting all the cards, and it makes the videos a little more informative for you. But basically, what I have come to notice, I don't even have this fully evolved yet, but if you can see the damage number between these, 1121 and 1067, and that's without a 7th rune, and I think the runes are probably going to be better in this one. But so pretty much you can see how much that 20% adds up. I think if you evolve it around level 80, the league versions may actually take over. So if you're feeding and you're wondering if you're going down on power, if once you get to 80, you're probably safe to know that you're actually stronger than you were. And with the volcano, it seems to be close to the same. Let's see, I'm at level 84. Once again, not even evolved, so I can't even use that 7th rune yet. And compared to the League Volcano, we're at 3757. We're at 3764, so it's right on par. And the Volcano does have the stronger runes. I don't have many pumpkin runes. I don't think I even have any in either of these towers. So that kind of gives you an idea of how much stronger it is. And I think that's pretty much the case in most of the towers. Is pretty around level 80. It does seem to be a bit stronger. Now, to touch back on the Snow Maiden and Lady Frost, notice that they are the same group, but if you are going for those one level PvP matches, once you start noticing you're in the 300s, 400s, things get a bit difficult, so having that discount has been nice. If you're going on League resource clears, having the upgrades is nice. I don't have DACA to compare to them, but these two cards are definitely cards you want to go for in future events. And we can now actually see what the League foil version will be of Lady Frost. And I have a lot of these to level up, so I'm going to debate on what I end up using, but I have a lot of shards here, and I'm going to end up seeing what this all comes of, but it's been a pretty good event, and to know that I'm a bit closer to having the League Patriot version. If you enjoy the look of cards, I know we've all said this looks a good bit like Vladimir on the Patriot card, but I think they actually, on the League foil version, they actually have Ivan the Terrible, looks like, on that one. So if you're wondering who that would be, look him up on Wikipedia, and you'll get a good information history lesson there. And the weapon, I had to point it out. It's pretty cool to see as well. Back to the army they have over in the 15th, 16th century. But pretty cool artwork, pretty cool new cards to play around with, and we're gonna try these out, see what they're like, and pretty happy to have that event. It was a grueling event there in the end, but it was fun to have a double event there. So really happy to have that, and we'll see where that takes us. And hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks.